Alright guys, welcome back to Hyrule Warriors. Last time we met in Hyrule Warriors, we dealt with the Sia in the Temple of Souls, and also Ganondorf showed up and all that kind of stuff. But this time around, we are doing one last confrontation with Sia in the Valley of Seers again. Yeah, we're back there.
At the last moment, Link's allies salvaged a rescue from otherwise certain defeat. The Master Sword is a mighty weapon, but its true power can be used only by someone who understands the bonds of friendship.
Since freaking when?
The army was rallying its strength, but Sia's forces still controlled much of
I'm sorry, but I don't remember that detail from the other games where you used the Master Sword. Link didn't even have friends back in Link to the Past. I know that for a fact. Because his uncle was dead. And then Link Between Worlds, like, he had a few. Ocarina of Time, he had the Kokiri, I guess, but I wouldn't say, yeah. Where'd they pull that one out of?
Irrelevant, so long as she crushed her enemies. The final battle between the armies of light and darkness was about to unfold.
No, it's not. We still got, like, 20 parts after this. I don't know why I'm looking at the map. It doesn't really matter. Defeat blank 2 or more times and open the enemy base while keeping blank alive. So I'm assuming it means... I mean, who do you defeat 2 or more times? I guess Sia? You gonna start the battle? Yeah, they got this really dramatic music for this version. I think this one is Eclipse of the Moon, if I'm remembering correctly. So, yeah, this one is much more... This version of this map is going to be a little different than what we had to deal with last time. So the first mission we have to do is we have to capture certain keeps called... certain keeps labeled sanctums. I think there's a west, east, and south sanctum. Where were these keeps back in the previous mission? Don't tell. I don't know. Don't tell me. But throughout the battle, Sia will be giving all of her forces more morale, meaning that they will be much more powerful than usual. But there's a lot of story going on in the background with the fact that Sia is basically killing herself as she powers up the powers up her forces. This is, you know, this is your standard Hyrule Warriors thing. You're just defeating all the enemies as fast as you can, making sure your allied base is okay, even though technically at the moment we don't have an allied base. The only condition that we have right now in terms of losing is if Zelda dies. If Zelda flees the battle, it's over. Later on, though, we will be dealing with a new defeat condition, which is a particular keep is going to open towards the end of the battle, and if that keep falls, it's game over. But again, it's not that hard to defend that keep, because especially you can kind of guess where it is, judging by the little Triforce symbol on the middle of the map there. Now, if you're wondering, I'm actually doing a bit of reading the last page first here, where you can go straight for the South Sanctum first, because when you capture the East and West one, they're all like, well, where's the last one? It's like, well, where's the last one? Even though they don't think to go south. Yeah, but this map, you will be killing a lot of enemies because, yeah, I already killed 500, and I'm not even that... How long is this? I'm only 4 minutes in. Probably a little less. Yeah, but the full power of the Master Sword isn't based off of friendship. It's based on the fact if I have full hearts or not. And the full power is sword beams. I really got nothing to talk about. I mean, this is just Hyrule Warriors in a nutshell. I mean, there's not much to discuss in terms of the story. We're already almost done with at least Sia's part of the story, because once we defeat... Well, okay, technically, no, we're not, because we still have Sia's tail in later part, and then also the Wind Waker stuff, because Sia is in that. Yeah, spoiler alert, Sia's in that stuff, too. But right after this is when we enter the next stage of the game, which is Ganondorf slash the finale overall. If this was the original game, there is still a lot to do with after we beat Ganon. Yeah, 'cause spoiler alert, we beat Ganon in this game. I mean, it's just your typical Zelda stuff. I don't think, I mean, I know that there are some Zelda games where you don't even encounter Ganon because he just doesn't exist in that game. But, you know, Ganon appears in some sort of fashion anyway. Yeah, I'm coming. Actually, this is what happens here is kind of funny. I go to save Fi, I turn around, and she ends up in trouble again. It's like, alright, Fi, you're safe. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna walk away and capture this keep now, and do some maintenance on this keep, because it's getting in danger. There's the Dinophilos, and I think it's heading for Zelda. And Fi's in trouble again. By the way, if I keep switching between Fi and Fi, I don't care. I'm used to saying Fi because that's just what I remember saying a lot. But I know it's... I believe the game... I believe even this game technically calls her Fi. Yeah, we got the sealed sanctums, yeah. Jesus Christ, all my Hylian captains keep fleeing. I like the fact that I had to skip like 10 minutes there. Yeah, so Sia's killing herself, by the way, with all this stuff or whatever, or it's corrupting or whatever, yada. And yeah, now the Great Fairy is summoning Zelda to the fountain because now we have a bit of a gimmick here that we have to deal with. So what we have to do is, one, we have to get Zelda to the fairy fountain. Excuse me. But two, what the Great Fairy is going to do is that she's going to summon she's going to do a giant attack in the middle of the field right in front of the fountain. So what we have to do is we have to lure a few enemies towards that area. That way we can, you know, maximize the damage on them. By the way, Empa was in danger there, but she's fine now. Okay, the thing about the luring part is you don't have to do it. I already did that! So we have to draw them all. It's all or nothing. And nothing happens if you don't lure all the enemies that you're trying to lure over. Nothing happens. It's just the game will just say you failed to do it and nothing will happen. By the way, this is Lana's summoning gate. This isn't really a weapon you use in the main story because you don't unlock it at all. But Lana can summon various giant bosses, or at least mini versions of the giant bosses, and they'll do her bidding for a little bit. Not a real big fan of this weapon because there's a lot of it is stop and go, if you know what I mean. Like right there when she did the manhandler attack, she kind of had to stop, and first she stopped and danced for a little bit. Yeah, you can exit out of it early like I did a little bit ago, but again, I don't use Lana as a summoning gate that much unless I'm forced to. Though it does have a funny victory animation where a bunch of cuckoos chase her. But that's really the only appeal I have for it. Have I played as Darunia yet? Doesn't really matter. I don't like playing as Darunia anyway. Yet the game keeps trying to force me to play as him. Oh yeah, Volga's here now too. And now we have to bait him down here too. But he's gonna come down here on his own. Because that's just... he just wants to. The gate's not gonna open, I don't think. Oh yeah, Zelda isn't going in the fountain, and I'm like, come on, hurry up, get in here. Zelda, get in here. Hurry up before the West Sanctum falls. Yeah, this is another one of those instances where I'm waiting for the damn prompts to hurry up because I know for a fact one of the important keeps is about to fall. Yeah, so now we have a new condition where if the fairy fountain falls, it's game over. So, don't let the fairy fountain fall. Oh, and Zelda too, but that was pretty obvious. Again, though, I have no idea. I don't know if you play as Zelda in the mission, if that changes, if that just gets rid of the condition at all, or if it's like if Link flees, it's over. I would assume if it's Link fleeing, it's over. Pretty sure that'd be the definition of a war crime again. Oh my god, Fi! I already did! I already did, Zelda. Keep up. And, yeah. Now Volgo's dead. Dude, you already lost. You lost. I believe if you didn't use the magic circle and you defeated Volga early, he just regains health again. Similar to, I think, back in the Skyward Sword map. But, you know, I didn't waste my time with that. Especially considering I didn't have the conditions for the Gold Skulltula. Because I believe you had to play as Lana for this mission. Okay, that is different from what I remember in the Wii U version. In the Wii U version, she didn't split into copies until you got to her. But now she's just doing it right from the get-go. Considering that you fell in danger not like 5 minutes ago, I don't trust you with that. Yeah, thank you, Midna, for that. Words of encouragement from Midna. Don't die or I won't talk to you ever again. I want to remind you guys that someone at Nintendo approved of this. Like, did we really need that shot? But no, they did it anyway. Did we really need that one shot? But yeah. So yeah, we got to defeat all of the Sias. There's like 4, I think. And it's not a matter of finding the real one, it's just defeating all of them. And I believe every time Sia gets close to dying, she enters her powered up state for the remainder of the battle. Which is fine. It doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. Ah, no, my sword beams. I wonder who we were supposed to keep alive, though, out of all of the in the condition. It's probably Fi, in all honesty, because it said defeat blank 2 times, and you know what? This could be solved with a simple Google search, I guess. I forgot what mission this was. Okay, let's... There we go. Shining Beacon requires Lana's Spear, defeat Volga twice or more, and open the enemy base while keeping all allies alive. So I technically... So if I did defeat Volga twice, I would have had the condition. If I was playing as Lana. But I didn't. I didn't have Lana with her spear. I think Lana does have to be one of the playable characters, though, in order for it to count, at least. But I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Like, I don't think she has to be player 1, necessarily. She just has to be in the party. But, again, yeah. By the way, Sia's dead. We won. So, game's over, right? What do you mean there's like 20 parts left? Yeah, this game has a real problem with ending. Definitive Edition's the worst with it, unfortunately. It has like 4 endings. Like, this is an ending in and of itself. And then it has another ending right after it. And then it has the Wind Waker ending. And then it has Sia's Tale. Well, Sia's Tale is not really... It doesn't have an ending. It just says, hey, the game's going to continue from here. And then Linkle's Tale is an ending. So yeah, there's like 4 freaking endings in this game. You guys were only split in half for like a year, for like a week. I'm assuming at least a week. I would have loved if the Triforce of Power just flew straight back to Ganondorf, no questions asked. See you next crisis. I mean, if there's ever a sequel to Twilight Princess in 2000, never. If they ever do a sequel to Twilight Princess, I would probably lose my shit. But there's never going to be a sequel. There's not many Zelda games with sequels, I would say. I guess Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask would be a sequel to Ocarina of Time by technicality. But, like, Zelda 2 is all I can think of, really. Oracle of Ages and Seasons, I think they're considered the same game. Link Between Worlds and Link to the Past, I believe, are just different games entirely, if I remember correctly. I don't think they're really connected. And then Wind Waker doesn't really have any sequel. I think Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks are kind of the similar thing with Oracle of Ages and Seasons. I don't know. Four Swords, I guess, would count. But, like, I mean, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is literally a sequel to Breath of the Wild, so... Unless they're pulling a plot twist out of their ass and it turns out it's just a different... It's a prequel somehow. Even though that's technically Age of Calamity, but Age of Calamity is weird, and I hate Age of Calamity for it. Actually, okay, I don't hate Age of Calamity, but Age of Calamity is so weird. Yeah, but this right here, this is an ending. This is what happens in an ending. Hey, isn't that the guy who stole one of our training swords? Shouldn't we be, like, dealing with that? No? Okay. Yeah, did you forget about the fact that one of the final fragment of evil was sealed behind the Master Sword? The game didn't. I also thought that it was a magic barrier that was to prevent this shit from not happening. That was supposed to prevent this shit from happening. What happened? That doesn't seem too bad. I mean, I don't think that's going to be a major issue within the next mission. Well, actually, technically, the next mission isn't actually, you know, we aren't playing as Link, Zelda, and all them next mission. We're playing as Ganondorf, because I kept this in, because I'm stupid. But yeah, the next time we meet in Hyrule Warriors, we're going to be playing as Ganondorf for a few missions. This wasn't really a huge twist, because the game already was spoiled back in when the trailers were being released, you know. Hey guys, Ganondorf's playable. We're not going to tell you when, but he's going to be playable. I didn't think he'd be playable in Legend mode, but then someone told me he was, so... Thanks for that spoiler, I guess, dude, but... So the next time we meet in Hyrule Warriors, we're going to be continuing on into the Ganondorf section of the story, and then, yeah, so see you guys next time, and take care.